welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly May message for all of the Geminis out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Gemini out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. Please look down in the description box, guys. Click on my Etsy shop where you can now schedule your own private readings with me, and my website is linked down below for coaching. Without further ado, Gemini, let's go ahead and get right into your monthly May message. All right, Gemini, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Gemini this month, Spirit? All right, Gemini, we are starting out at the King of Pentacles. So this is a really good spot for you to be in. This is going to ultimately represent, you've got a lot of, so dealing with finances. Maybe you're dealing with some property. Maybe you're going to be getting a promotion. Maybe you're going to have, someone that's going to invest in your business if you're actually trying to bring in a business. For those of you, like I said, a king can represent someone outside of the situation, and it can also represent a portion of you, an actual energy of the King of Pentacles that you're needing to embody here, Gemini. So what I want you to understand with the King of Pentacles is that the King of Pentacles is the type of energy where he is the master of his own finances. He's the master of property and resources. So understand that if you are needing to embody that specific type of energy, what you're really needing to do here is understand that you need to be very mindful, like really take into account, are you utilizing all of your resources here, Gemini? Or are you really not utilizing all of your resources? Like it's, when a King of Pentacles sort of shows up, he often shows up as a benefactor. Whoa. Often shows up as a benefactor. And when he shows up as a benefactor, what that truly is representing here, Gemini, is that, a benefactor is someone that is going to invest his resources into something. And so a lot of times we have to really sort of evaluate our own investments, our time, our energy, the people that we are investing in, the certain things like projects, those kinds of things. So this is something you're really going to want to sort of really think about here, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, let's go ahead and dive right into your monthly May message. So as I mentioned, the first card represents where you currently are, and you are at the King of Pentacles. So we've just been talking about how it's important that you recognize your own resources. How much are you really truly investing? I sort of feel like what this is truly representing is that maybe this coming month, what's really transpiring is you're needing to sort of find the balance and embody the essence of the actual King of Pentacles. Because the King of Pentacles has all of the resources that he needs, and he utilizes all of his resources, and he has a lot of knowledge that he himself has gained. He has time and money to invest in the things that he ultimately wants to share. So your theme this month is going to be the Three of Cups, okay? And this is really ultimately going to represent partnerships and friendships. It's going to sort of represent here, Gemini, that maybe Spirit is really wanting you to look at the resources that you have in your friendship. Because your friendships, especially those that are of like mind here, Gemini, they're really going to be able to sort of partner with you, celebrating specific wins that you might have accomplished with them. I really sort of feel this is really about really focusing in on making sure that if there's something that you are envisioning, if there is something that you specifically are trying to create here, Gemini, Spirit really wants you to sort of look at your list of friends. Are there individuals in your, friends that can sort of be a benefactor for you in this new endeavor that you are embarking upon? It's understanding that when you have a Three of Cups, it's really about emotional investments, because the Three of Cups is really about the emotions, the celebrations, the wins, the things that we ultimately are really sort of filling in regards to our own personal fulfillment. Now, what are you accomplishing this month? Again, you have the Magician. So I really feel that what Spirit is really saying, and this could be for one specific person, one specific Gemini out in the collective here. I want you to understand that if you are trying to start a business, if you are, maybe you're one of those specific individuals who could potentially be a benefactor for someone else's business. So it's really about investing your time and your money, your resources into someone else. Someone that you're a little concerned that this really isn't, you're unsure. Is this really something that I want to invest in? Is this really going to benefit me? And what Spirit is really saying is yes, because I feel that you're going to accomplish this because of the Magician. What I want to point out here for you guys is that it's important that you recognize that when you have the Magician show up, the Magician has all of his resources, right? He utilizes all of his skills, his talents, his abilities, everything within his reach to make something become a reality. So maybe if you're someone who is looking to invest your time, your money, and your energy into a specific business venture, or someone who is creating something, Spirit really wants you to sort of do this, like really do this, because I feel that it's going to be very successful for you here, especially, and it's also going to be very fulfilling. It's really about understanding here, Gemini, that when I'm looking at these three cards right here, the King of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Magician, this is ultimately showing me pure fulfillment. This is like people of like-mindedness who have the same vision, the same dream, coming together and celebrating their successes, pulling together all of their resources, really combining their skills, their talents and abilities, and making this something spectacular, something emotional. This can also really represent, an actual person. For those of you that are not looking to invest into someone else, this really sort of represents, you're the one with the knowledge, the information, you're the one with the, the skill set who's really looking to sort of venture out into this new beginning, right? Or you're wanting to create something, but you're needing a benefactor. You're needing someone that can sort of provide you with the means, the resources, maybe share their knowledge, their time, their energy, that sort of thing. Really look towards understanding that it has to be, of like-mindedness. Okay, so I feel that that's important here, Gemini. Now, what do you need to avoid? Okay, we have the Knight of Swords here, and I feel that what this represents and what you're needing to avoid here, Gemini, is that you're needing to avoid what I personally feel would be the desire to sort of not want to jump onto something. Okay, the Knight of Swords can represent two kind of energies, right? It represents that desire or that tendency to procrastinate, but it also has that energy where you might rush into things way too quickly, okay? But when I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these cards, across, I have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles in reversed. What this is really showing me here, Gemini, I feel that what you're personally needing to avoid this month is avoid your tendency to want to just wait until someone makes the first move. What Spirit is ultimately really wanting you to do is they're wanting you to run towards the things that you are desiring and wanting to create. This is really about you needing to learn to embrace your own confidence, and allow yourself to truly shine. Allow people to really see your skills, your talents, your abilities, what you're really good at here, Gemini. So what you're needing to avoid that tendency that you might have to say, you know what, I'm going to focus on that tomorrow, or I'm going to focus on that next week, or that's really not that important. What Spirit is really saying is if you have a dream, you have a desire, there's something there. There is something here, Gemini, that you are really holding on to. You have so much passion towards doing this and you're not taking action. And Spirit is really wanting you to become aware that the reason you have so much drive towards this is because Spirit is wanting you to move on this. And so the Knight of Swords is saying, run towards it, do it, okay? So avoid your tendency to want to just sort of procrastinate or wait or hold off. Spirit's saying now is the time. We are in spring. Spring is when we start actually planting the seeds of the things that we are wanting to create. So what do you need to embrace here, Gemini? You have the Queen of Wands energy. This is beautiful energy. This is amazing energy. And what this is saying is this is time to let yourself shine, let your confidence be seen, and show everyone, show the world what you are truly capable of, what your heart truly is wanting to sort of be expressed outside of you. When you have a Queen of Wands energy is what I call wholehearted living. And, the Queen of Wands is so passionate about what she carries in her hand. So notice how she's in her hand right here. She's holding on to this light, and the light truly represents a seed, right? It represents your potential. It represents something that you are trying to create. And I want you understand is that this is beautiful, because what this is really saying here is that you're needing to sort of take the lead here. You're needing to take action towards this thing that you feel that you are the master of, that you are the resource of, that you ultimately have this, desire and this passion to share it with the world. And it's something you're needing to run towards. So what you're needing to embrace is your own confidence. Stand in your truth here, Gemini. Really allow yourself to be seen, because you have something beautiful here that you need to share with the world. Now, what is the obstacle you're going to face? You have the Four of Pentacles in reversed here, and I feel that this is really the reason why you had the King of Pentacles that showed up right at the bat, right? Because I feel here, Gemini, that you sort of see the lack of your resources. You sort of feel like you don't have what it takes to actually fulfill this vision or this dream that you are ultimately wanting to sort of bring to life, okay? This is the obstacle that you're going to face. You have to get past your own self-limiting beliefs, or get past certain beliefs that you have about you need certain things done or accomplished before you can actually start working on the next step. And Spirit's really telling you that that's not the case, right? Which is the reason why what you're accomplishing here with the Magician is trying to get you to see that if you're the type of person who is stuck in survival mode, right? If you're constantly stuck in survival mode and you're like, well, I can't really put forth any of my resources into this dream because I need to be able to survive. I have to be able to pay my bills, or I have to be able to do X, Y, Z, right? What Spirit is ultimately saying is that, the more of that you focus on, you're going to create more of that, right? So if all you're focusing on is surviving, I got to pay the bills, you're not really going to accomplish anything, because you're just going to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. There will always be an excuse for why you cannot achieve the things that you want to achieve. And so this is the obstacle that you're going to face. You have to sort of get past here, this Four of Pentacles. You have to get past the illusion that you are not being supported or provided for, because if you're someone, remember, this King of Pentacles, he has the mindset that everything is accessible to him. He has everything that he needs and more. It's very interesting that this is something that's coming up, because I have a specific coaching client who struggles with this particular mindset, is struggling with the particular mindset that, how this person particularly feels about certain particular words are very important to this person. And so in order for me to get them to change their mindset, we had to explore what certain words meant to them and how it felt in their body when they use those specific words. And interestingly enough, we discovered that this person had a very negative mindset of the word rich because of things that this person had heard growing up as a child. And because this person had really had that negative mindset on it, it really, no matter what affirmation we gave this person that included the word rich or included the word money, it just didn't vibrationally sit with them. And so we had to figure out what is it specifically? What's the feeling? What's the emotion? What is it that you are trying to feel or express in that moment when you're wanting to look at thriving instead of surviving, right? And so this is how you need to become very aware here, Gemini, of, what self-limiting, what self-imposed beliefs do you currently have in regards to your resources that sort of keeps you stuck in this, there's not enough, right? A lot of people, I see a lot of coaching people, a lot of coaching clients who say the same thing. There's just not enough time in the day. Time is irrelevant. What you have to look at and what you have to concentrate on here, Gemini, is what is a top priority to you. Because if something is truly a top priority to you, you would prioritize your tasks, your duties, everything to make that one thing important to you. You would make time. Time is irrelevant. Everybody gets the same amount of time in the day. How you utilize that time, how you spend that time is really what it boils down to. So this is your obstacle. Understand that a Four of Pentacles to me is really about your foundation. So really look at where are there faults in your foundation that you ultimately need to explore and potentially heal, because that is how you're going to get around this mental block that you're currently in here, Gemini. Now, what is your support? You have the Two of Pentacles. So this is beautiful, right? Because if we see that your obstacle is really about your foundation, it's about where the faults are in your foundation, right? Because you're feeling like things aren't stable, you're feeling things aren't secure. Your support is understanding, okay, how do we find balance? How do we find balance in our time, in our resources, in the things that we are ultimately wanting to create? If you're someone that wants to actually create something, you're wanting to, live a dream that you have had for so many years, this is really about you evaluating, are you balancing your time and your energy and your resources into making that thing become a priority? It's also important to recognize, and I love the visuals for this particular Two of Pentacles, because what this truly represents is that one drum is red and the other drum is white. And what I truly see in that is that the red truly represents our root chakra. It represents our survival, right? But when we can learn to balance between being present and allowing ourselves to envision or dream things, we will, as long as we're balancing it out, we're going with the flow. We're not trying to ultimately control something. We allow ourselves to ultimately flow easily, right? It's about flowing with ease and grace, easily and effortlessly. So the Two of Pentacles is really about finding the balance here. So that is your support. Now, what is your action this month? Okay, you have the Two of Cups here in reverse. And what this is telling me, Gemini, is that you are needing to come into balance with your higher self. Because I really feel that if you're the type of person where your obstacle is really about feeling like there isn't enough, that tells me that you are more in your mental mind than you are in your spirit, And the Two of Cups, this particular one, especially this particular one, is really about coming into balance, sort of coming into union with your higher self. Recognizing that your higher self is going to represent this King of Pentacles. It is the benefactor. It it is the source that is going to provide you with the resources that you need to make your dream become a reality. And so this is your action. Your action is really about really taking time, tuning into your higher self. Maybe this is something that you need to do. Maybe you need to start doing a little bit of self-reflection, some journal prompts, those kinds of things. Maybe it's really a time that you actually start, setting aside a, time to journal all of your dreams and your visions and ask for the guidance. Maybe it's time to meditate. However, whatever routine you utilize that works for you, Gemini, is what you're needing to incorporate. So your action this month is really about listening to your higher self. Your higher self is going to give you the answers that you are seeking. It is all within you. You're not going to find it outside of you. It is all within you. Now, what is your advice and your encouragement this month? You got the Hanged Man in reverse. And I really feel that what Spirit is saying is take your time with this. I feel that this is, understand that you're needing to see things from a very different perspective. And I feel this has a lot to do with your foundation, how you grew up. The things that you were told, based off of how you were raised, right? We are told we don't really get a choice when we're a lot younger to believe the things, it's just sort of passed down from generation to generation to generation. And so for me, I feel that this advice for you is really about you learning to surrender to the outcome. I feel that you try to hold on to so much control here, Gemini, especially because you're an air sign and you're really, you have that duality, right? Where you see the good and you see the bad. And I feel that you tend to flip-flop back and forth. And I really feel that what your advice is really learning to surrender to things needing to be a certain way. If you have a vision of something you are trying to create here, Gemini, don't get stuck into this all or nothing mentality. Really look at things. When you're looking at things, be sure that you're seeing things from your higher self, and then also look at things in your present moment and really make conscious choices that help you create the vision or the reality that you are wanting to create here. So Gemini, this is your message from the Tarot. We are going to draw an additional card, and today we are using the Lightworker Oracle. So let's see what additional information Spirit has for you here. What information and what insight can you offer Gemini this month, Spirit? What additional information and insight can you offer Gemini this month? What additional information and insight can you offer Gemini this month? Now, we will be reading from the book for this particular one because these are very high frequency cards. You got two here, but let's see which one. Okay, so we're going to go with this one because this one was, yes, okay. We have number 39, which is Divine Talents. I love this. This particular card really speaks about your divine talent. Everyone has a specific talent. And again, I really feel, I said that this was the heart of your reading with the Queen of Wands. There is something that you are holding on to that you need to sort of show the world. So let's read what number 39 has for you. What I love about these cards here, Gemini, is that these particular cards have invocations that you can utilize. I will link this particular card of where you can purchase it down in the description box. And I will also provide you with the invocation for this particular card if you are interested. How I like to utilize these cards when I am utilizing them with my coaching clients is whatever card comes up while I'm working with them, I give them the invocation for this particular card and I have them say it at least for 30 days. So here is what Divine Talents has to say. You are a talented soul. Over many lifetimes, you have developed your spiritual abilities to channel higher awareness, attract healing energy, and radiate light to uplift the consciousness of those around you. Your divine talents are many and uniquely expressed through you. Your talents do not have to resemble those of another to have their own inestimable value. Do not be afraid to use them. Divine talents are a way in which the universe reminds us of what we are here to do. Divine talents are unlimited. They include the ability to channel spiritual guidance and healing energy, to perceive clairvoyantly and be psychic and empathic. Other spiritual talents are the ability to release earthbound spirits, earth healing techniques, such as working with energy grids, as well as healing ability with crystals and the many and varied technologies of light. There are other spiritual talents too. These include writing, performing, sound healing, dancing to awaken awareness, creating art, photography, or divinely inspired tools and jewelry. Cooking food that heals the body and spirit is a spiritual talent, as are the abilities to bring people together, to offer comforting and inspiring words at the right time, to help others overcome fear and feel more at peace in moments of importance, and more. This oracle also reminds you to do what makes you happy, to chase your sacred bliss and express yourself in the world via the unique and special abilities that the divine has bestowed upon you. When you follow what you love, you are on your life path and you shall succeed, beloved. I absolutely love this for you, Gemini. I feel that this is very on point. I feel that because your heart of your reading was really based around the Queen of Wands, which is heart-centered living, this is really ultimately the message that Spirit wants for you this month. So I thank you so much for joining me here, Gemini, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.